In the cosmic arena, all eyes were on the duel. On one side, Princess Ava of the Galactic Empire, her armor shimmering with raw energy, her eyes burning with the fire of 1,000 suns. On the other, Jack Haley, an old man from a forgotten planet called Earth. He wore simple clothes. No armor, no weapons, just the quiet confidence of someone who has seen it all. The crowd murmured, "Was this a joke?" This relic stood no chance against their mighty princess. The bell rang. Ava lunged, a blur of motion, her plasma saber cutting a searing arc through the air. The crowd gasped, expecting to see the old man vaporized. But he wasn't there. He had simply stepped aside. Not with super speed, just a calm, effortless sidestep, as if avoiding a child's playful swing. Ava growled in frustration and unleashed a barrage of energy blasts, each one powerful enough to level a skyscraper. Jack just walked. He weaved through the deadly storm of light as if taking a stroll in a park. He didn't even break a sweat. He'd raise a hand and a blast would dissipate into harmless sparkles. He'd flick a finger and the homing missile would swerve and harmlessly embed itself into the arena wall. Ava, panting, exhausted, threw everything she had at him. Her ultimate technique, a miniature black hole, swirled into existence before him. Jack just looked at it, then gently poked it with his index finger. The singularity wavered, then popped like a soap bubble. Silence. The entire stadium, the entire empire watching on their screens, was utterly silent. Ava fell to her knees, not from injury, but from sheer, soul-crushing shock. Who was this man? This human relic? Jack walked over and offered her a hand. A small, tired smile played on his lips. "Is that all you've got, kid?" he asked, his voice calm and steady. In that moment, the Galactic Empire realized a terrifying truth. They had just challenged a god, and they didn't even know it. The age of humanity, they thought long over, was about to make a thunderous return. Thanks for watching, and be sure to subscribe for more epic tales. The arena did not erupt in cheers, it stayed silent. Princess Ava stepped back, her arm shaking where the human had touched her. No one had ever stopped her strike. Not once. Her blade had failed in her hand, as if it had chosen to sleep. Jack Haley stood a few steps away. His posture was loose. His eyes moved across the arena, not with fear, but with quiet awareness. He was studying exits, distances, and angles without thinking about it. Imperial officers argued behind reinforced glass. Their voices rose as data scrolled across their screens. Every scan showed the same result. Human male, no enhancements. No armor systems, no power source. That answer made no sense. Deep in the Imperial archive, sealed files unlocked without permission. Old records surfaced. Reports from a war the Empire preferred to forget. Humans had not won that war. They had survived it. That was worse. Jack Hale's name appeared again and again in after-action reports. Never listed as a hero, never praised. Always present when things went wrong. When supply lines collapsed, when fleets vanished, when battle plans failed. He was there when others broke. Flashback footage played for the observers. A younger Jack moved through burning corridors of a wrecked station. Alarms screamed. Gravity failed. Soldiers panicked. Jack did not run. He rerouted power by hand. He dragged wounded people to safety. He waited for rescue that came days later. No one else lasted that long. Another report followed. Ambush, lost fleet. Command dead. Jack took control without rank. Not by shouting, but by doing what needed to be done. The survivors followed because he kept them alive. Again and again the pattern repeated. Jack Haley did not win fights. He outlasted them. Back in the arena, Princess Ava circled him carefully. Her anger had cooled into something sharper. Fear mixed with focus. She changed tactics. She raised both hands and activated a containment field. Invisible walls closed in around Jack, shrinking the space with crushing force. The air thickened. Breathing became hard. Jack exhaled slowly. He shifted his weight and sat down. The field tightened. The pressure climbed. The crowd leaned forward. Jack rested his elbows on his knees. He looked down at the floor, studying a crack in the crystal. Minutes passed. The containment field flickered. Princess Ava felt sweat form under her armor. The energy drain was extreme. This move should have ended the fight quickly. Jack looked up. "You are wasting power," he said. The field collapsed with a sharp sound. Ava stumbled, nearly falling. Her breath came fast now. Jack stood again, not rushed. Not strained, the princess stepped back, her mind racing. Her training told her to escalate. Her instincts told her to stop. No enemy had ever made her hesitate. Jack watched her closely now, not like prey. Like a storm watching the sky. "You don't understand humans," he said. "That's not an insult." "Most species don't." Ava tightened her grip on her blade. "You should not exist," she replied. "No one survives what you survived." Jack nodded once. "We didn't survive because we were strong." He took a slow step forward. "We survived because quitting never fixed anything." The arena lights dimmed as power systems strained. Warnings echoed through the upper levels. This duel was destabilizing the station. Princess Ava realized something that chilled her more than fear. Jack Haley was holding back. He was not testing her limits. He was waiting for her to reach his. She raised her blade one last time, not with rage, but with respect. The Empire watched as its princes faced a truth it could no longer deny. This human was not a relic, he was proof. And proof was dangerous. Power surged through the arena as Princess Ava changed her stance. Her blade dimmed, then vanished. New light formed around her arms and back, shaping into weapons the Empire rarely allowed in public. The air grew cold. Even the crystal walls seemed to pull away. The crowd reacted with shock. These were not tools of honor. They were tools of control. Jack Haley noticed the shift at once. His body adjusted without thought. His feet spread slightly. His breathing slowed. His eyes stayed on Ava, steady and focused. Princess Ava raised her hand, space-bent. A line of pressure cut across the floor, silent and fast. The crystal split cleanly as if sliced by an unseen knife. Jack stepped forward instead of back. The pressure struck his chest. He did not fly, he did not fall. The force pressed into him, then folded inward, breaking apart like water hitting stone. Jack took another step. Murmurs rolled through the stands. Ava attacked again, faster now. Strikes came from every direction. Force, heat, and sharp waves of energy filled the space around Jack. The arena floor cracked deeper. Warning lights flared across the station. Jack moved through the chaos with calm control. Sometimes he leaned, sometimes he turned. Sometimes he did nothing at all. Attacks passed him or lost strength before reaching him. He was not faster than Ava, he was earlier. Princess Ava felt her pulse rise. She had trained for every form of combat known to the Empire. She had defeated champions, machines, and creatures bred only for war. None of them had made her feel small. She unleashed a burst of light meant to tear through layers of defense at once. It struck Jack directly. The impact sent a shockwave across the arena. When the glare faded, Jack was on one knee. The crowd gasped. Ava felt relief surge through her. Then Jack looked up. He pushed himself to his feet. A thin crack ran across the floor where his knee had pressed down. His face showed effort now, but not pain. "That one had weight," he said. Princess Ava shouted and brought both hands together. Gravity twisted inward. The space around Jack collapsed, crushing everything toward a single point. The crystal floor shattered. Shards rose into the air, trapped in the force. Jack sank again, this time slowly, his shoulders hunched. His jaw tightened. For a moment, it seemed like the end. Then the force stopped growing. Jack's hands pressed against the invisible weight, muscles tensed. His boots slid across broken crystal. The gravity field shook, unstable. Jack did not scream. He breathed. The field cracked. With a sound like breaking glass, the force collapsed outward. Shards fell. The air snapped back into place. Princess Ava staggered, nearly dropping to one knee. Jack straightened, breathing hard now. "You are strong," he said. "But you keep trying to end this fast." Ava stared at him, disbelief written across her face. Her weapons faded, replaced by bare hands shaking with strain. "Why won't you fall?" she demanded. Jack took a slow step toward her. His voice stayed level. "Because humans stopped planning for victory a long time ago," he said. "We plan for what comes after failure." That answer hit harder than any strike. The arena systems began to fail. Lights flickered. Energy fields sputtered. The station was not built to hold this level of strain. Imperial officers shouted warnings. The duel was damaging the core structure. Princess Ava looked around, then back at Jack. Her pride burned, but something else rose beneath it. Understanding, every weapon she used was meant to overwhelm. Jack was built to endure. She gathered the last of her strength. One final attack formed around her, brighter and more dangerous than anything before. Jack planted his feet and waited. The Empire held its breath. This was no longer a duel. It was a test of what broke first. The final attack formed slowly, drawing power from every system Princess Ava could reach. Light wrapped around her body like a burning crown. The air screamed as energy bent inward, pulled tight by her will. The strike was not meant to defeat. It was meant to erase. Jack Haley felt the pressure rise. The floor vibrated under his boots. Cracks spread outward in sharp lines. Alarms howled through the station. Distant bulkheads sealed as systems failed. Imperial commanders shouted for the duel to stop. No one listened. Princess Ava stepped forward, her face hard, her eyes clear. This was the strongest blow she had ever prepared. If it failed, nothing would remain. She released it. The force slammed into Jack like a falling world. The arena vanished in light. Sound died. Even gravity seemed to tear apart. For a moment, Jack disappeared. The crowd watched in frozen silence, then the light thinned. Jack was on his knees, both hands pressed into the shattered floor. The crystal beneath him had collapsed into powder. His shoulders shook as he drew breath. His clothes were torn now. Blood ran from a cut on his forehead. Princess Ava felt triumph spark in her chest. Then Jack pushed himself up, slowly, deliberately. The force still pressed down on him, crushing the air, bending space. Jack's body trembled, but he did not fall. Step by step, he stood. The attack began to weaken. Princess Ava stared, horror replacing pride. She had poured everything into that strike. The energy should have ended him. Instead, it was running out. Jack lifted his head, his eyes locked onto hers. "This is what we do," he said, voice rough but steady. "We keep going after we should be gone." The energy field shattered. A shockwave tore through the arena, walls cracked. Viewing platforms sparked and went dark. Princess Ava was thrown backwards, skidding across the broken floor. Her armor flickered and died. Jack staggered, then caught himself. He breathed hard now. Every movement carried weight, but he stayed upright. Princess Ava tried to rise. Her limbs failed her. The strength had drained away, leaving only pain and shock. She looked up at the human standing before her. He walked toward her slowly, not threatening, not rushed. The crowd watched in silence. Jack stopped a few steps away. He knelt, bringing himself level with her. "I told you this would go bad," he said. Princess Ava swallowed. Her voice shook. "You could kill me," Jack nodded. "Yes." He did not move. That scared her more than any weapon. "Then why don't you?" she asked. Jack looked around the ruined arena, at the failing lights, at the watching Empire. "Because killing you proves nothing," he said. "And it makes things worse later." He reached out and gently removed her fallen blade, setting it aside. Imperial guards rushed forward, weapons raised. Jack turned his head slightly, just enough. They stopped. No command had been given. They simply could not make themselves move. Jack stood and stepped back. Princess Ava pushed herself onto her elbows. She stared at him, breathing hard. All her life, power had solved every problem. Strength had ended every challenge. Now she faced something strength could not break. She lowered her head. The act stunned the Empire. Princess Ava knelt. Not because she was forced, because she understood. The alarms faded into background noise. The duel was over, but the damage remained. Jack Haley stood in the center of the broken arena, exhausted, bleeding, and unbowed. The Empire had seen its princes fall. What terrified them was that the human had chosen to stop. Silence ruled the broken arena. Smoke drifted from cracked walls, sparks fell like cold rain. The Empire watched without speaking. Princess Ava remained on her knees. Her head was lowered, her armor lay dark and powerless around her. This was not how legends ended. This was how warnings began. Jack Haley stood a short distance away. His breathing slowly steadied. Blood dried along his temple. His hands shook once, then stilled. He did not look at the crowd. His eyes stayed on the princes. Imperial commanders finally regained their voices. Orders rang out. Guards moved forward again, more carefully this time, weapons locked on Jack from every angle. Jack raised one hand, they stopped. Not because of fear, because they understood. Jack turned toward the stands. His voice was calm, but it carried through the damaged space. "This fight is over," he said. "If anyone wants to keep going, they won't like what comes next." No one challenged him. Princess Ava lifted her head. Her eyes were clear now. The rage was gone. What remained was something deeper. She had lost, but not in the way the Empire taught its children to fear. She rose slowly to her feet. "I was wrong," she said. Her voice echoed through the arena. "I believed power was enough." Jack looked at her. "Most do." Ava faced the Empire. Nobles shifted in their seats. Officers avoided her gaze. "We studied humans as a problem," she continued, "as something to be controlled or erased. We failed to understand them." She turned back to Jack. "You are not a weapon," she said. "You are a result?" Jack nodded once. Ava took a step back and lowered her head again, not in shame, but in recognition. "I will carry this truth," she said. "If the Empire is wise, it will listen." The guards slowly lowered their weapons. Medical teams approached, unsure who to help first. Jack waved them toward the princes. "I'll be fine," he said. That was not entirely true, but it was close enough. The arena systems began emergency shutdown. Lights dimmed. The crowd started to leave, quiet and shaken. Stories were already forming, not of victory, not of defeat, of survival. Jack walked toward the exit alone. No escort followed him. No one dared to stop him. As he passed through the broken doors, an Imperial officer spoke. "What are you now?" the officer asked. "A prisoner." "A symbol, a threat." Jack paused. "I'm just a man who lived," he said. "What you do with that is your choice." He kept walking. Princess Ava watched him go. Something heavy settled in her chest. Her people had built their empire on dominance. Humans had built themselves on endurance. That difference mattered. In the days that followed, the duel spread across star systems. Footage replayed again and again. Analysts failed to explain it. Philosophers argued. Generals worried. Human worlds received the news without celebration. They already knew the truth. They had never believed themselves unbeatable. Only unending. Jack Halley vanished from Imperial space. No pursuit followed. No bounty was placed. Some threats were safer as stories than targets. Princess Ava began reforming her command. Training changed. Doctrine shifted. Survival drills replaced victory drills. The Empire did not fall, but it bent. And across the galaxy, a new lesson took root. Humans were not the strongest. They were not the fastest. They were not the most advanced. They were the ones who endured when everything else failed. The princes had faced a living legend and survived. The Empire had faced humanity and learned it had chosen the wrong opponent.